The New York Rangers take a 1-0 lead in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals as they rout the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. That's what we're going to talk about here on this edition of New York Sports Wicker Media. I am Watsuke99, and I am here in the chair. And what can I say? I thought the Rangers had a good chance in this series. I respect Tampa Bay's experience. You respect they're the two-time defending champions. But after being in attendance for Game 7 in Carolina, I started to have a pretty special feel about this team. Now, it's been a pretty exciting run all season long. The Rangers have been overachieving most of the way as they continue to grind it out. They rallied back against Pittsburgh from 3-1 down. They went back and forth with Carolina before scoring 11 goals over the last two games after being down 3-2 in that series. They've won 5 straight elimination games. And then you compare Tampa Bay. They had not played in a week and a half. They came off a 4-game sweep over their state rivals, the Florida Panthers. You had to expect there was going to be some rust. And that's exactly what happened, especially with their goalie, Andrei Vasilevskiy. 6 goals past him. That was something I could not have ever anticipated. Let me just give you a number just to explain just how good this offense is and how rusty Tampa was. In the 4 games against the Lightning in the second round, the Panthers scored 3 goals. 3 goals in 4 games. The Rangers scored 4 goals in the first 35 minutes and 43 seconds of the series. Okay, so yeah, the Tampa Bay was not ready for the Rangers. They were not ready for the kid line. Hedl, Kakko, Lafreniere, we are watching these kids grow up right in front of us. Philip Hedl, what else can we say about him? He's been around for 5 years. He's still only 22 years old. The vast majority of Rangers fans have wanted this guy out of here. They were ready to declare him a bust right along with Elias Anderson in one of the most ill-fated first rounds in New York Rangers draft history, and look what we're watching. He has scored 7 goals in 15 playoff games, and he's had 2 goals. He had 2 goals in Game 7. He had 2 goals in Game 1 tonight, and that shift, where the Rangers scored their 4th goal when they pinned the Lightning in their own zone for over a minute. You got Adam Fox saving the puck from going out of the zone. You're pitting the Lightning defenseman Miguel Sergachev for over 2.5 minutes on the ice. The guy looked like he couldn't move. The guy could not move anymore. That was a shift that you had to feel as you were watching it. If this doesn't end in a goal, at the very least needs to end in a penalty. And what a pass from K'Andre Miller across the zone, right across the ice to Hedl, who was just waiting in the faceoff circle. One time past Vasilevskiy, 4-2. And at that point, you had to pretty much feel that game was over. The Lightning were not going to come back with 2 goals on Igor Shesterkin in the 3rd period. They just only had so much. Now, looking at Game 2, which will be Friday night in Madison Square Garden, the Lightning have won 18 straight playoff games following a loss. This is a team that is resilient and knows how to come back. This is one of those series where, the odds are you'd have to expect it's going to be 2-2 after 4 games. But the Lightning have to prove it. Not having Braden Point is absolutely devastating to this team. He is their most dynamic playmaker, I would say at this point. I put him above Steven Stamkos. You name the guy. Kucherov, I think, is the only other player who can break a game like he can. And I've talked to my friend Joe, who's a diehard Islanders fan, and the first thing that he texted me last night as the game was winding down was, see, you guys didn't have to deal with Braden Point. And we all know what the Islanders did not have a lot of good times trying to defend Braden Point in those 2 Eastern Conference Finals in the last 2 seasons. So what can I say? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling enthusiastic about this team. I'm proud to wear my Rangers cap to work today. It's just a shame down here in Virginia you really don't have too many hockey fans. They probably don't. Yeah, they probably don't even know what sport I'm representing when I have one on. So holler back at me if you'd like the video. That'd be fantastic. So it would be. This is just the beginning. There's going to be a lot more content coming. Maybe I'll be interviewing a few people down the road, some of my friends, some other content providers. The vast majority of this channel at this point, as I'm planning, will be Jets, Mets, and Rangers. With the New York sports Wicker Media, those are the three teams I'm most passionate about. There will be some Knicks talk when relevant, but I'll readily admit basketball is my fourth sport. And if the occasion calls, yeah, we'll get into Giants, we'll get into Yankees. Let me know what you want me to talk about. If you got any questions for me, holler at me, and I'll holler back at you. All right, so that's all for this one, and we'll see you later.